Let's talk about something big, the reality of life. Life, death, and what comes after. Think of it as the doorway to understanding how Allah brings life and takes it away, how He shows us His names, Al-Hayy, the ever-living, Al-Qayyum, the sustainer, Al-Muhyi, the giver of life, and Al-Mumit, the taker of life. Now ask yourself this. Is it really possible that the one who brings back this huge, dry, lifeless earth to life, making it bloom with over 300,000 types of creatures every spring, won't be able to bring us back to life too? I mean, bringing each type of creature back is a miracle in itself, just like the miracle of bringing humans back. Isn't it amazing how each living thing appears with so much distinction, despite how mixed up and interconnected everything in nature is? And on top of that, Allah has promised us over and over in His revelations through His divine messages that we will be resurrected. He turned our eyes toward eternal happiness. Would the one who runs the entire universe in such perfect harmony make everything help everything else, all under His command and will? Would He then not be able to gather us again after death? Especially when He honored us humans more than any other creation. He made us the fruit at the very top of the tree of creation. We're the most delicate, the most sensitive, the ones whose prayers are most often answered. Everything in the universe has been made to serve us, and He speaks directly to us. Now tell me this. Is it even remotely possible that this all-powerful, all-merciful, all-knowing, wise Creator who's given us so much importance wouldn't bring about the day of resurrection? That He would fail to raise the dead? That He couldn't open the doors to the great court or create paradise and hell? No way. Allah is far above such a thought. And here's the thing. Every era, every year, every day, Allah gives us examples and real-life signs of what the greater resurrection will look like. Let me show you what I mean. Look at spring. You see, in just a few days, Allah revives more than 300,000 types of plants and animals. Dead earth turns green. Tree roots come alive. Certain animals come back just as they were. Others return through offspring, but still they come back, and despite how incredibly tiny and similar all these seeds are, each one is revived with complete clarity. Not only that, they sprout and grow in just 6 days, maybe 6 weeks, easily and abundantly, with perfect order and balance, even though the seeds were all mixed together underground. So do you really think that it's hard for the one who does this every single year to create the heavens and earth in 6 days? Or to resurrect all of humanity with a single shout? Subhanallah. You see, He's far above what people claim. Now, imagine there is a writer, one with miraculous talent. He's able to write 300,000 books all at once, and he does it on one single page. No overlap, no mistakes, and no confusion. He finishes it in 1 hour and the books come out more beautiful than ever. Then someone tells you this writer can rewrite your soaked, ruined book, one that he himself originally wrote, in just 1 minute from memory. Would you seriously tell them, no, I don't think that he could do that? Or imagine a king who performs jaw-dropping miracles. He can lift up mountains and destroy entire cities and transform oceans into land, all just to show his power. And one day a huge boulder rolls into a valley and blocks the road for all his guests. Someone tells you, of course the king is going to remove the rock so his guests can pass through. And you reply, no, I don't think he could do that. Would that answer sound completely irrational? Or maybe even a little crazy? Or picture a commander who built an army with his own hands. He can gather them all back in 1 day. Then someone says he's going to bring back those same troops who've now scattered just by blowing a trumpet. And you say, nope, I don't buy it. Anyone hearing you would think you've lost it. You see, if you understand these 3 examples, then just think about Allah, the creator and shaper, the one who brings everything into being. He shows us right in front of our eyes every year over 300,000 species coming back to life on the canvas of this earth. He changes the white sheet of winter into colorful pages of spring and summer using the pen of His power and decree. He writes all these different species, so many of them, all at once, without ever getting in each other's way, without a single mix-up, even though each species is completely different in structure and form, and He never, ever makes a mistake. So, are you going to ask the all-wise and all-preserving God, who places the blueprint of an entire massive tree inside a tiny seed and guards it, how he's going to preserve the souls of the dead? Are you going to ask the Almighty, the Glorious One, who moves the earth around its orbit at incredible speed, how he's going to remove the earth when the time comes to replace it with something better? Are you going to question the one who formed atoms from nothing and organized them into the bodies of living beings, who built entire armies of creatures, how he will gather those atoms again with one command, and resemble the parts that once made up your body? You see, all of this happens every single season with your own eyes. Spring is full of signs that show us what resurrection will look like. Even the tuning of day into night and the way clouds form and disappear, those are all signs pointing to the resurrection. Now, imagine placing yourself 1,000 years back in time and looking at all the centuries that have passed, and the ones still to come. You'd see a model or example of the resurrection in every day and every age. So, if you still think the idea of physical resurrection, of the body coming back to life, is unthinkable or unreasonable, even after all these examples, you'd have to admit that denying it is nothing short of foolishness. Let me remind you what the greatest source of truth, the Qur'an, says about this. So look at the effects of Allah's mercy, how He gives life to the earth after its death. Indeed, the one who gives life to the earth will surely bring the dead back to life. He is capable of all things. Surah Ar-Rum. You see, so here's a summary. There's basically nothing that could stop the resurrection from happening. In fact, everything points to it, and demands it and confirms it. The one who revives this grand, astonishing earth, making it die like a tiny creature and come back again. The one who designed it as a cozy cradle, a beautiful ship for humans and animals alike. The one who made the sun a lamp and heater for this guest house. The one who turned planets and stars into flying palaces for angels. Do you think that that kind of majestic, eternal lordship could be limited to this temporary, passing, and unstable world? Of course not. There has to be another realm, a permanent one, grand, beautiful, and unchanging, a place that matches the greatness of its creator. And He's guiding us toward that destination. He's calling us to it and preparing us for it. And don't just take my word for it. The enlightened souls, the spiritually pure, the brilliant minds, those who pierced through surface level existence and saw deeper truth, they all agree. They reach closest to Allah, and they all gave the same thing. Allah has promised us reward and punishment, made a firm promise, and gave serious warnings. Breaking promises is a weakness, a flaw, and Allah is far above that. As for not following through on a warning, that might come from a mercy, or from powerlessness, but disbelief, that's an absolute crime. It doesn't deserve mercy. And as for Allah, He's not powerless, He's all powerful. And look, all these people who confirm this truth, they came from different paths and backgrounds, but they all agree. Their number is so great, it counts as a mass transmission. Tawatur. Their level of certainty is equal to consensus. And these people, they're all brightest stars of humanity, the leaders, the elite, the ones we trust most. And when it comes to matters like this, deep and meaningful and metaphysical truths, they are all experts. And you know how it goes in any field. The word of two experts outweighs the opinion of thousands of uninformed people. Even in law, like citing the moon for Ramadan, 2 witnesses are enough, even if thousands say they didn't see it. So here's the final conclusion. There is no news more true than this, no issue more correct, no truth more obvious, no reality more clear. This world, it's a farm, no doubt, and the resurrection, that's the harvest, and paradise and hell, they're the storehouses.